This video is brought to you by Sam Bass Music.
You're watching 90s Rock in 9 minutes. I'm Sam Bass. This is Ashley. And today, we're doing something a little different. We're going back to Woodstock 99, baby. That's right.
Yeah.
It was Peace and Love, Dude, but then it turned into Peace, Love, and Doo-Doo. And here's how. All right, first up on the list of bands that actually played Woodstock 99 in July of 1999 is Limp Bizkit.
Wow, it's pink.
Yeah, they did it. That's their greatest hits package. They're funny guys. And then they were on tour for this album. That's got Nookie. It's called Significant Other, and it has Nookie and their bigger hit, Break Stuff. So Limp Bizkit gets blamed for all the destruction because of their song Break Stuff. To heighten our experience and really feel like we're at Woodstock 99, we need to know a little bit more about what happened there. Here's $10.
Okay.
Water was $10 a bottle back then.
Whoa.
And so what happened is...
People were dehydrated and upset?
Yeah, they were dehydrated and upset, and basically they broke the water mains to get water quicker than waiting in lines.
Oh.
What happened was that flooded the whole tent area, and right next to that was the porta potties, and the porta potties overflowed.
No.
So then you had that going on everywhere.
Ew.
Bottom line is, you know the pictures of the mud people, they're rolling around in mud and they're trying to go back to the 60s.
Uh-huh.
That wasn't totally mud.
Oh, God.
Yeah. There was waste in that.
I'm sure there was in the 60s, too, but...
No, the 60s, they weren't rolling around with doo-doo in the 60s. So anyway, people are tearing
that's like
the plywood off of the, like, I don't know, fences or something that they have. What I saw was Fred Durst. He was playing the song Break Stuff, and he looks out and people are surfing, they're crowd surfing on this plywood, and he's like, hey, that looks cool. He has no idea that they're ripping this stuff off the wall. And so he goes out and he crowd surfs. And then he said after he got off stage, he was swarmed by police and they accused him of starting a riot.
It's just like wrong place, wrong time. Especially for a song like that. Break stuff, you know.
But you know what? He still pulled himself together to eventually release this masterpiece. And I'm not being sarcastic. I love Results May Vary. What do you think there? Were they wrong for even playing their song Break Stuff and people breaking stuff?
If they were aware of the situation, obviously. And I'm sure they wouldn't have if they were aware, but I don't think they were.
No, Fred said he had no clue. Leave Bizkit alone! Just leave him alone!
Yeah, leave Bizkit alone. He didn't know.
And even arguably bigger mosh pit occurred with this next band.
Oh, really?
Korn came out.
So all that's going on and they keep playing the show?
Yeah, they kept playing the show. Woodstock was 3 days of rock. Now, Korn's set, I've watched... Wait, that's there for effect. I'm just kidding. We can get rid of that. They cleaned it up by now. Woodstock 99, yeah! So Korn, they do their set, and the whole crowd goes off. And Jonathan Davis said he was just watching like the energy waves blow back. It's literally 500,000 people that they're playing for. When the fires started to occur, because people eventually lit stuff on fire, it was the Red Hot Chili Peppers, who you never hear blamed for anything in this situation. They were playing a song called Fire by Jimi Hendrix. And by the way, Flea was on stage totally naked, nuts flailing around in the air. Man, we were talking about...
Flea's nuts.
Yeah, Flea's nuts.
This is one wild show.
Oh, man, this
is nuts.
If I had a DeLorean... Okay,
this is what you want to go back to.
This is the show I would go back to.
Yes.
Jim Morrison was going to be jailed for 6 months because he allegedly exposed himself. Flea is on stage, buck naked, playing bass for a whole set, and you can get online and watch it right now. So as Woodstock goes on, another band that comes out, Rage Against the Machine. So people moshed and crowd surfed to a lot of these bands, right? And what I saw happening when I researched is that people would get separated from their group, and they'd crowd surf. And then they couldn't find them for days. There were people didn't have cell phones like they do now. There were literally kiosks made just for you to find people. And there was notes all over, like, help me, I lost my buddy, or whatever.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Next up, we got Metallica. They were a huge band that came out. You know anything about Metallica?
Yeah. Sandman. Enter Sandman. That's my favorite song ever.
So another performance that I caught was Kid Rock. So next up, we got Creed. They actually played, and they played with a member of The Doors. All right, so we're rounding the corner. You got Lit. Remember that band?
Not really.
You probably remember the song that's like, please tell me why.
Oh, yeah.
My car is in the front yard, and I'm sleeping with my clothes on. I came in through the window last night, and it's funny, I thought about that song. That came out when I was a teenager. As an adult, you know, him saying, please tell me why all of that stuff happened. I can tell you why, because he's an alcoholic. It just gets better and better. Dave Matthews, crash into me. I love Dave Matthews. Do you like Dave Matthews?
Oh, yeah.
Get down in the comments section now and tell us what you like and what you don't like. What bands you would have went and saw, if you even would have went to Woodstock 99. And while you're at it, check out my streaming music. Here's the QR code. So the list just goes on and on and on. There's Bush. Alanis Morissette was there. Godsmack. Assistant,
So
please.
fast. I'm sorry. Too fast.
It's fine. And then this is the last one on the list from the selection I've made is Everclear. And I loved this album as a teenager. It's got a song on there called Father of Mine. And I could really relate to that. What do you think? Final thoughts here on Woodstock 99. Would you have gone?
Oh, yeah. I would love to go see this chaotic mess. Honestly, I feel like it really shows the spirit of the 90s between the bands, the people, and everything that happened and kind of how they handled it.
I would agree. I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, it very much good and bad and ugly. Because the 90s was good, bad, and ugly.
They were all about, like, not following the rules.
They were all about not following the rules.
At all.
Exactly. And that,
Full punk.
I think that was the last generation, I think, or the last era where it was cool to be like that. And, you know, boundaries do need to exist. I'll say that, you know. I mean, we don't need to be lighting stuff on fire, people.
Or breaking the water
Or-
at
Yeah,
a 500,000 people event.
so much that could have been done different. But you wouldn't have the story you have today.
No.
Guys, just like a lot of your favorite 90s bands who went on hiatus, 90s Rock in 9 Minutes is going on hiatus too. Do you have anything you want to add to that?
It's been really fun getting to be on this show and learning a lot more about 90s rock. I'm sure a lot of people, you know, who didn't get to grow up during that era can still really appreciate it, and I think that's a big reason we created this show. Yeah.
And leave Fred alone.
Leave
Biscuit alone.
This is a good summer to go see some of your favorite 90s bands that you really enjoyed, because I know they're out there. Me and Sam are going to go see Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit, baby.
At Loserville Tour.
Yep, Loserville will be there. We might be able to come out with a video on that or something for you.
If we get a good response, we would love to do that for you guys.
Yeah, just, you know, this isn't the end.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
It's just a hiatus of this particular show. And I can't stress enough, I'm going to be focused more on music now for a while. Here's the QR code once again. Do yourself a favor and go check it out. You won't be disappointed. All right, this has been another episode of 90s Rock in 9 Minutes. I'm Sam Bass. This is Ashley.
Sayonara.
Sayonara.